Hello, hello, I'm Old Bitty Gaming and thank you for stopping by. We are back in Wurm. First thing I want to do today is check my crops as usual. They should be getting close to needing tending. They don't yet, so we're good there. I think I'm going to go start chopping some trees, maybe get some logs together and start making some planks so I can kind of get my carpentry skill built up just a little bit. I do need to repair my pickaxe. I like to keep my tools repaired even though it doesn't help with the quality, but food and water looks okay. So let's run down here and see if we can grab us a tree. And also, I think I want to do a little bit of foraging on the way. So you right click, you go down to nature, hit forage. It says the area seems picked clean. Let's try botanize, go down to nature, botanize, and it says the same thing. Let's keep going. I just like to see if I can find some kind of herbs. What do I hear walking? Oh, sorry. I'm foraging. Let's see what I can come up with. I didn't think I was going to get anything, so I didn't pay any attention. And that skill is under nature. If I can find it, there it is, under nature. And there's foraging, botanizing, skill of 1, of course. And it's like everything else, it's going to take forever. But we have time. And I find time. So that's a little, that'll help. Let's try this one. Now I start foraging here. I'm going to go ahead and botanize after I get done. It'll say down here, after you finish foraging, you will start botanizing. Hopefully I'll have enough stamina to do both of these. If not, we'll go back to doing one at a time. Fresh hot cup of coffee. You nice people to talk to. My day is starting off very well. I have kind of been mulling over what game I am going to add to my lineup next week. I want to try to add a new game Monday. And I'm not sure yet. I usually add the Infected. It's a game I have always enjoyed playing, but I'm not too thrilled in the direction the developer is going. I find a pumpkin. How about that? I don't have enough pumpkins, do I? Okay. Did I do botanize on this one? Yeah. Okay. Let's get over here to the middle. That way I can do 3 tiles at a time. Now I'm going to botanize, see what we come up with there. That is a pretty view. All that water. It's really going to look good when I get my boat docks and things down. It's going to be nice. Once I bring in the other alts and they start bringing up their skills and start building a little bit, the area will look a little bit more populated. But right now I want to at least get Hannah's house built. I mean, it's only going to be a 1-room shack, but it's a start. And then I'll bring on the next alt and get her started and kind of switch back and forth between those two for a little bit before I bring in the next one. Let's see. See what we get when we botanize. You can find little pieces of iron. You can find all kinds of stuff. Another pumpkin. I must have done some foraging. Now I'm botanizing. Now if I didn't have any pumpkins in my FSB, I wouldn't be finding pumpkins. When you're really trying to find something, it's just like anything else, you can't find it. But I'll end up with sprouts, I'll end up with, tree sprouts and things like that. I'll end up with all kinds of stuff. A lot of it won't do any good, but, won't help. But eventually it will come in useful. I just don't want to get too much in my inventory because then I won't have room to do my logs. I'm just kind of working my way that way. What are we going to get? I find fresh sage. All right. That'll work. Let's do a forage and a botanize afterwards. Doesn't take much stamina, so we can do both of them. I could probably do, where am I at there? I could probably do another one down here, but, one more action. But I feel at this time 2 actions that is plenty. And one of my pumpkins is already damaged. They're all got a little bit of damage. Both pumpkins. But whenever you put them in a bulk storage bin or your food storage bin, it will lose its damage. So that does help. Of course, like I said, it will average out the quality. These are only quality 1, so it's going to affect the ones that I already have stored away. But that's okay. In the beginning, quality doesn't really matter that much except for tools. Tools are going to be something. We got a cabbage. I have lots of cabbages. Cabbage, it's got really good quality too, 9.77. Even the sage has 7. Thyme has 8. Not bad. How's our steel doing here? foraging, I've got 1.0700. Nature has gone up to 1.0389. And botanizing is 1.0522. So it's going up a little at a time. As long as you can bring them up a little at a time, it's fine. Every little bit helps. Next one will be this one. I like to do 3 across. That way I can stand in one spot and hit 3 and move up to the next tile, and then I'll do those 3. And I find lovage. Let's do a forage. That is already nothing there. Let's do botanize, nothing there. Forage. And let's botanize there, see what we come up with. So for now we've got some fresh thyme, we got a couple pumpkins, some sage, piece of sage, a cabbage, and a piece of lovage. The lovage is only quality 1, and it's got a 1.02 damage, so yeah, that isn't good. I'm just really looking for herbs, because I would like to add an herb to my food cooking, and that might help bring the quality up a little bit. It might help bring the weight up a little bit, and might fill me up a little bit more. Notice I put in a lot of little bits there. I find a raspberry wood sprout. So that means I could plant raspberry. I could plant that and put down a raspberry bush. But that skill is so low, I'd probably fail faster than you'd think. You probably wouldn't even be able to blink before I'd get to fail. So I'm going to hang on to it for just a little while till my nature skill goes up. If I make a sickle, then I can start planting. I can start collecting fruit. I can collect sprouts off of trees and bushes when they have them. So I am going to need a sickle, because I need a lot of tools. We've got to get started on that. I put it off because I know watching me mine is boring. But right now, everything I do is going to be a little boring. And we find nettles. And that can be used, I've already done that. That can be used mainly for healing tonics. Let's do one more and then we'll go down and chop a log. Okay? Nothing to forage there, nothing to well, I'm going to botanize, so let's see what we get out of it. Some of this stuff can go in my food storage bin, some of this stuff can go in my bulk storage bin, but most of it will end up going in my chest. And like I say, the stuff in the chest will take damage because it's not set up for long-term storage. Things will decay in it. What are we going to pick up? So far we have a piece of thyme that I can cook with. But the more ingredients you add to your pottery bowl, the longer it'll take to cook. And I find an acorn. Goody. Orange. And let's get the botanizing under set up to go after we forage. I'm going to finish this one, do this one, and then we'll go down and chop a tree. I would like to have 3 herbs. I really, really would like to have 3 herbs. And I do more foraging than I do botanizing because right now foraging has more things that I can use. But all of this will be used eventually. So it doesn't hurt to botanize. It's just right now I really want herbs. Let's see, what are we going to get? And another thing I was going to tell you, there is treasure hunting in Wurm. I find nothing. I guess it's said, oh, did I find some? Oh, I found another sprout. What did I find? A blueberry sprout. Okay, so that's 2 fruit bushes I can go for, so forage. Botanize? No. Okay. Let us go down and chop a tree. This is an apple tree. Fruit trees spread a lot faster than any other type of tree. But they're getting buds on them, so won't be long it's going to be apple picking season. And you can pick the apples. Or gather the apples. I want to find how, let's examine this and see how old it is. Old. Okay. What about that one? Very old. Okay. Let's do the old because it won't take as long to chop down. It shouldn't take as long to chop down, let's put it that way. And you want to make sure it says fir tree on the tile when you go to chop it, because you mainly clicking on the tile to chop. So I want to go cut down. Here we go. We'll bring that, that will be under woodcutting, and we are 1.21 on woodcutting right now, so it's going up nicely. There's a lot of different things that use the woodcutting skill, same way as nature skill. You know, every skill kind of ties into others. So you can be doing one but still getting skill points for something else also. So that does help. And they all tie into the characteristics. Like I'm getting soul out of chopping down a tree. You'll get different things on body, mind, you know, all this logic stuff, characteristics. Along with the tools and other skills. You know, just like botanizing and foraging, that goes into the nature skill. You know, so you get skill for those. So it all ties in and it's all very nice. Let's cut down some more. I'm going to have one alt set up their deed over in this area, and the other one will be back over there. There's a little lake over there, and we got the soul stone over there, and all that is going to be in that area somewhere by the other forest. So we'll have about 3 deeds, maybe 4 if I decide to move Hannah off to her own deed instead of just having her take care of the starter town. Because Corey mainly owns that. She set it up, her name's on the deed, so we may have Hannah make her own deed, we'll see. I kind of like her being on the starter deed, that way she she's kind of the main character there, I think. Because I don't want to bring Corey in unless I have to. Because she'll make an appearance once in a great while. Well, is it going to come down? Yeah, it's going to come down. Alright, let us get rid of my tree stump. And there aren't really very many trees in this section, so I'm going to try to be selective of my trees until I can plant some more. Because I really don't want to bring Corey in to have her just plant trees when we can do it ourselves one of these days. But I don't want to take all the trees out of here. Alright, let's chop up this tree into logs. Chop up. And my food is going down fairly fast. My stamina is going down. My hatchet has already got .21 damage on it. The starter tools are good for getting you started, and that's about as far as they go. Really, really need to get a bunch of iron together and start trying to make some tools. But until we get our skill built up, that's not really going to help because we wouldn't be able to improve them. So hopefully getting the mining up, that will help and help us get, you know, better quality ore so we can build up our, I might get done before I know that, but better quality ore so we can improve a little bit. Get this done. We're going to go over and take a look at the baby, and then we'll go down and maybe do a little mining, but I would like to start making a few planks tomorrow. Just so we can start getting some carpentry skill built up and try to get a little house built. One of these days we're going to have some huge houses. We may even build a castle, who knows. I have enough stamina now to where I can chop on one log all the way across before I run out of stamina, so we're doing better. My wood cutting is up 1.23. To me, wood cutting goes up faster than any other skill. I don't know, because it takes so long to get all the chopping done, you know, chopping down the tree, chopping out the stump, chopping up the tree itself into logs. I think that may have something to do with it. But just like mining, it's very labor intensive. Shouldn't take too long to get this chopped up into a pile. Then we have the fun of carrying it back. Always a joy. If I can get my carpentry up, I may just go ahead and get a small cart just to carry one more log. But it takes as much stuff to make a small cart almost as it does to make a large cart. I mean, you can drag a large cart around, but it's kind of irritating, and it looks weird pulling that big cart around. I've got horses to pull them. I've got bulls that'll pull it, but I wanted to get my skill up a little bit before I tried. We got a pile started. So I've got to work on carpentry, I've got to work on mining. Those are the two main skills I really, really need to work on. And I like this. They actually have pegs put in to hold the firewood into a pile. I like that level of detail. Come on, let's get this done. Get these closed up so I have a little bit more room. There we go. Let's open it and see what we have. They're all quality one. They are. But as you see, they're all 24 weight. Except I've got one that's 10.67. And I have 1, 2, 3. I have 5 logs. So let's go 3 logs. And I will go shift. No. Let's go 3 logs. Yeah. And drag those over. And I will come back for those. Got 2 left. Nope. Isn't going to work. Let's drop 1 log. Because these are all the full logs. Okay, so now I've got 2 logs. Yeah. I can work with that. Let's run up, put these in the other pile, then we'll come back and get those other 3. And they shouldn't be any problem to carry because I have that 13 point or 10 point log. So I ought to be able to carry them. Boy, my brain is just racing all over the place this morning. And I am going to have to get my inventory management done. I'm having trouble finding anything. Inventory is getting too full. And once I start adding new tools, it'll get even fuller. Open. Let's put the logs in. That'll give me 6 logs. Let's go over here. Open. I can put the pumpkins in. I know I can put the thyme in. I can put the sage in. The cabbage. And you notice the damage is gone. Lovage. Damage is gone. Sprouts. No. They won't go in there. It'll say the sprout would be destroyed. Nettles. Same thing. Acorn. Same thing. So they're not going to go in that one. Will they go in the bulk storage bin? Let's see. Acorn. Yes. The sprouts. There you go. So now we're in good shape. So we can go back. You can walk away whenever you get far enough away from the window or whatever you have open, the window will close. I just like closing them. Let's get the last of the logs and then check on the new coat and run down and do some mining. Trees coming in are looking good. Take all 3 of those. Get them put up and then we'll head out. I think before we go down to do mining, I'm going to show you how to get your inventory straightened up just a little bit. Put it in categories. Or, as Wurm calls it, groups. To me it's a category, but to them it's group. And we may add a couple things to our tool belt, which is very simple. Open. Let's get those logs put in there. Okay. Now, let's go check on the baby and then we'll... Oh. Get oriented again. The mouse just all of a sudden just goes where it wants to. Why they didn't ever fix that bug, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Oh, there he is. He is so cute. How's everybody else doing? Doing okay? One thing they haven't done is ever give vocalization to the animals. The only time you hear an animal is if you're fighting them or if they die. As they die, you will hear them scream or whatever. Alright, let's get this done. Right click on inventory. Go down to add group. Now I can name my group to whatever I want. First one I want is tools. T-O-O-L-S. And then click send. Now I have something down here that says tools. Grooming brush. Let's move that. I'm going to move my hatchet, steel and flint, carving knife. Let's move those. So I'm just going to shift, left click, drag those down, put those in tools. My shovel, pickaxe, rake. Let's put those down in tools. Okay. Steel and, let's do another category. Add group. This one I'm going to say food. Get that added. I want to put my steel and flint, my pottery bowls, and food. And then I'm also going to do one for miscellaneous. Add group, and I'm just going to go MISC. You can name your group or your category whatever you want to, but I like miscellaneous. I just put my deed stake, my compass, and my rope, and things like that. Your tent, you can't ever take out of your inventory. It just takes up room. I think the only thing you can put it in is maybe a coffin. You can build a coffin and put it in that, which is a storage. Alright, another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open this. See if my long sword will fit in there. It does. Now, I want to take off my armor just because it's weight. Really, it's weight. So, let's grab that. Just dump it in there. I'm just going to go down. My gloves. My saw doesn't need to be in there. I'm going to leave my belt on. That's this tool belt down here. And my boots. I'm even going to take my boots off. No, I'm going to leave my boots on because they're only .40. Let's leave our boots on. But now I've lost a little bit of weight. I'm not as heavy as I was. So I should have more room. I do have a backpack. And your backpack is right here. And there's a little bit of storage you can carry on your back, but it does add to your weight. Put that up in tools. But you can put things like, I could put my deed stake in there. It won't fit in the backpack. It's for small stuff. I normally keep things like my deed papers in there, just small stuff. Alright, now let's add some stuff to the tool belt. Open up my tools. They're all there, so it's so much easier. If you want to alphabetize so you can find things easier, just click on name. Now it's in alphabetical order, and you can, so if you have a lot of stuff, there's ways to do it. You can go by quality, damage, weight, But I like, whenever I'm searching for something, I do go in alphabetical order. First thing I am going to put in here will be my pickaxe. So let's drag this down to the pickaxe. Right click. Oh, you don't click there. Where do you click? Okay, there we go. Save tool belt. Now that is saved in slot 1 on the 1 section of the tool belt. The next thing I want to save on that one would be my hatchet. So we're saving that on slot 2. And you just go down and save on tool belt. And there we go. So they will always be there. Okay. Let's go down to a little mining. I'm kind of looking forward to, and not looking forward to, when that what is that? Oh, cow. For my garden to get ready to rake, because it's going to take forever, but when it does, but I'm kind of, I like working in the garden, working on the fields. There's that pheasant, the sheep, the cow. Yeah. Got something else up there. Ram. Still have a few animals around, but I haven't really done much building yet. The more I build, the further away they will move. But let's go over here to our iron. I'd like to get enough to make an anvil today. Get our compass set up. It takes a few seconds. There it goes. All right. Looks good to me. There's the top. So I want to be about right there. Now all I have to do is just click on my pickaxe. It's activated. How nice is that? I can double click on the wall. 3 is mine. Be sure and check these before you when you start on a new wall, because sometimes the numbers do change. I've had that happen to me. I don't know if it's a bug or what it is, but mining normally stays at 3. Prospecting normally stays at 6, but I've had others that change on me. Especially, I think it was digging. It had digging at 3 one time, and the next time I hit 3, it leveled. Or it flattened, or it did something. So I've just gotten in the habit of checking and making sure before I start doing something that the numbers are, your keyboard numbers are still the same. you can set up hotkeys or keybinds. So you can go in and I have several keybinds that I have set up that I use once in a while. If I'm doing something over and over and over, but it doesn't have one of the hotkeys to use. So it just makes it a little easier. But if you want to know how to do keybinds, you can go in and in your hit escape, and you can find the rest of your settings and things like that in escape, and it'll have your menus in there, and you can kind of set what menus you want on your screen. I always keep my skills, my inventory, my food, water, and all that up here. This is fighting, which hopefully I won't have to use too much. This is your little hotbar type thing, your compass, and then as a newbie, these last so many days, and then they will disappear. They're little buffs. I've got armor limit, none. I get a 30% bonus to spell casting and archery for one day, 3 hours. I don't have either, can't do either one. This is the newbie food. It decreases your food and drink need if so you don't get hungry or thirsty as often as you normally will. This is good for 19 more hours and 51 minutes, so I still have a long time to go on it. This is newbie health. It gives you increased healing. It's good for the 19 hours and so many minutes left. This is an aggro range for newbies. You can get a little bit closer to aggressive animals and they won't attack you. You cannot walk right up to them because then they will. But you can get a little bit closer without them attacking. So that does help. But those are just the buffs that you come into the game with. If you start on a public server in town, they will have a character there that will give you food and drink for so long, and then after, as long as you have the newbie status, they'll have a trader where you can bring things in and sell. You can sell at the deed stone or their deed marker. You can sell some stuff. A lot of them have a public mine, so you can build up your skills a little bit before you leave. You know, they have most of them have a really good setup. But me, since I'm just not playing on public, I'm just playing by myself, I don't have all that stuff. I could spawn it in if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Eventually, I probably will put a trader on just so that my alts can trade things. They'll be able to, if each one of them has a mailbox, which I'll set up when they get their deeds built, they can send stuff back and forth. Maybe one of these days we'll have a wagoneer, and we can send goods back and forth. We can set up our own traders, you know, sell things to each other. It'll be interesting. But there's so much you can do in this game. It's just fascinating. And I discover more and more each time I play. And I have been playing this game for many, many years. And I'm still finding out new things about it. But like I said, it's just patience and perseverance. Just sit back and enjoy. If I'm playing by myself and not recording, I may have be watching another YouTube video. Sometimes I might even be playing a game when I'm waiting on this. You just never know. But I'll pull out my iPad and be doing something with it when I'm doing intensive things like mining or something that takes a long time. And the mining will get faster. It really will. I mean, right now my mining skill is 1.0121. So it's still very, very low. Let's get the mining going. How are my pickaxe has got 1.19 damage. We're going to have to repair that pretty soon. And it's going down fast. Quality is now down to 9.78, and it'll going to go down again once I repair. Oh, there's my shield. I meant to put that up, because the shield is 2 kilograms of weight. The less weight you're carrying in your inventory adds to the weight you can actually carry things. So I try to keep my inventory pared down so I can pick up and move more things. Until I have a cart to haul things around on. That's the way it's got to be. And since I don't expect to be attacked, or if I am, I do have something come after me, I can always run back on the deed, and my Spirit Templars will take care of that. One of these days we will be putting down some guard towers, and those are for regular guards. They aren't spirit guards, they're just regular guards. The higher quality, the better built your guard tower is, the more guards will spawn in. If you're playing on a public server, you normally have to pay to have these Spirit Templars. Guard towers are free, but they can only be placed within a way. There has to be a range between each guard tower. They can't be close to each other. You have to be within a certain range of the guard tower before you can holler for help, for them to help you. And it takes a lot of material. I mean, a lot of material to build a guard tower. So it'll be a while before we attempt something like that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and repair after this one. Get my stamina back up. We're going to have to eat again. Repair. Quality's down to 9.70. How's my ore doing? See how we're doing there. Yep, still quality 1. So I could make tools. They'll end up quality 1. I don't have any ore that's going to be higher than 1, so I can't improve it. And a bad thing about whenever I go to smelt this ore, it's going to lose some of its quality. So that doesn't help. Quality 1, yeah, I can't lose anymore. Everything is 1 is the minimum quality when it comes to things like this. But, you know, I'm not gaining anything. I mean, I can make the tools, but they're going to be quality 1, and I'm not going to be able to improve them until I get this mining skill up some. Once I start getting better quality ore, then it'll make it a lot better. I mean, even quality 2 ore would help. Let's see here. Repairing is 1.2694. Miscellaneous items, that's probably my pickaxe. Mining hasn't gone up yet. Since the last time we looked. And of course I forgot to set my timer. I'm kind of looking at the clock, and right now it doesn't look all that bad. I don't think. I'm going to write myself a note. Start timer. I do appreciate all of the likes that are coming in. It's so nice of you to do that. It really is, and I appreciate every one of them. I know there's not many people that watch Wurm gameplay. There's not that many people. Most people don't even know what Wurm is, and that's a shame. It really is. If you've ever played Eco, to me, Eco and Wurm are kind of the same. I mean, when it comes to the crafting and the terraforming and things like that, it just, and Eco is one of my favorites. I do enjoy playing Eco. I've been waiting for update 10 because they're supposed to introduce boats into Eco. I'm kind of looking forward to that. I have always watched Lucera play Eco. He just started up his 12th server, and he live streams and shows what's going on, and you know, with everybody that's playing, and it's a lot of fun to watch. But he was going to wait till update 10, but we've been waiting so long, he decided to go ahead and set up a new server, so they're playing on that now. But I do like watching Lucera. I mean, he's a lot of fun. And Eco is a lot of fun. It really is. I normally play single player on it too. I know. It's supposed to be a cooperative game and multiplayer and all that, but I have just as much fun playing single player. I turn the meter off, so I just take my time and build up as I want to build up and do what I want to do without any time rush. But I do like the challenge of this game and Eco. Same way, if I do decide to play some more of the infected. I turn off the well, I'm not sure what they're calling them now, but they used to be zombies. Now I think they've got vampires and zombies and all kinds of weird stuff like that, and I turn them off. I don't even mess with them. Aggressive creatures, I turn those down, you know, like the bears and things. Bears and wolves, I turn them down, but it's fun. But I don't know. I'm not convinced I really want to play that again. I used to have a lot of people watch it, but it kind of got to where it wasn't fun anymore. And when a game's not fun, I'm not going to play it. Let's get these five pieces of ore over here. I don't think I have any kindling. I'm going to have to make some kindling so I can light up the forge. How much ore do I have in here? 13. It's not much, but it may be enough to make an anvil. So let's open that. And Quarry put these logs in, so they're 5 quality logs. I'm just going to use them for firewood. Let us go to 2, and I am going to put my carving knife down here. Save it on the 2. Save. Okay. So I got carving knife on the log. Create kindlings. So I can make a couple kindlings to light the forge, and we can smelt some of that iron up, and we'll call it. As long as I've gotten a few little things done like we've done today, then I consider it a good day. It's when you don't get anything done, and you just don't feel like you've done anything, that I feel like the game it's been a waste of time for you guys. But we've chopped some trees down. We've set up our little inventory thing. We've set up our tool belt. We've done some mining. We checked on the colt. We've going to try to get the forge lit, and some iron smelted, or some ore smelted into iron. To me, that's a good day. Come on. Am I going to get one? Almost made it. Alright, fine. Create kindling. Kindling. But like I said, I like doing the right click and selecting. You could make your kindling using the crafting window, but I don't know. I just prefer to do it this way, because that's the way, when I started playing the game, that's all we had. We didn't have all this crafting windows and all that stuff. It was all, you know, right click and select. It was kind of back when all the text-based games were out. And I played a lot of those, so that's what I was used to, and I'm I still enjoy doing it. Just like I'm an old fan of DOS. Most of you don't even know what DOS was. But I like DOS a lot better than I did do Windows, because DOS, you actually got in and got your hands dirty and did some programming. You didn't have near the problems with it. So we've got one kindling. We need at least one more. It says I've got 49% chance. And like you've seen how that percentage works. I may go ahead and just put the ore on to smelt, call the video, and it'll still be there when we come back tomorrow. But if you're interested in seeing the infected, eco, I've got just about all of the city building games. Give me a suggestion of what series you would like to see come to the channel, because I will be adding one Monday. You know, I'll play Wurm and another one. I usually end up with 3 series going. So I feel it's time to add a second. Now, I do not put anything out on Sundays. That is family day. I spend all morning cooking, all afternoon cleaning up, and I don't have time, and I'm so tired by the time I get done, I just don't. So Sundays are the one day I do not put anything out. I used to do 7 days a week, and that is exhausting. So I do have one day off. I used to do a check it out Sunday, where I would just go through my games and grab one and kind of do highlights on it to show what the game was like and things like that. But then, yeah, I decided, no, that day's going to be mine. Like yesterday, I finished my video, got it posted, went in, baked a cake, got it icing on it. Then I spent an hour cleaning up the kitchen and getting the dishwasher going and taking out trash and all that. Then after that, all I wanted to do was just sit in my chair and do nothing. So, yeah. Sundays is so much easier. That way I have the full day to get everything done. You got to be able to do laundry and, you know, do a little house cleaning once in a while. I've got the old goat to take care of. And he's as much trouble as a 2-year-old, believe me. We've been married almost 50 years, so I can say that. There we go, we got 2 kindling. So let's, how much have I got? I've got 21 left on that log, that's plenty. Let's go over here and see if we can get this lit. Let us grab my steel and flint. I put in food. So let's light it. As long as you have the kindling in your inventory, you just activate your steel and flint to light. Let's see if we can get it lit. The way things usually go, probably not. But we'll see. At least we got 2 kindling made faster this time than we did last time trying to make kindling. Remember, it took a long time to even get one made. Now we've got two in a relatively shorter time frame. And the fire, sometimes the forge is easier to light than the campfire. Why, I don't know, but sometimes it is. I'd like to have a kindling or two in my BSB. That way I can just run over here and light the fire instead of having to make kindling to do it. So we're going to have to take the time to make up a bunch of kindling. Is it? There we go. Like I said, for some reason the forge is easier to, I just want to burn that log just like you do on a campfire. Alright, let's go ahead and grab our ore. I'm going to put that kindling in here. You can also cook on your forge. It's a little bit harder to do, a little bit more skill level, but see how many I can get. I'm going to select as many as I can carry. I can carry 7. So let's go over here, crawl over here, and put our 7 in. Open this. Let's put that ore in. See how the window disappears? Let's grab some more. There we go. I took it all that time. But to me, the window gets in the way, so I like to close them. Unless I'm doing something where I need 2 windows open and I'm close to both boxes that I'm using, I try to keep them closed. Okay, I've got 13 pieces of ore. Right now, they're ore iron. They just change colors. It's very warm. They will change colors as they get hotter and hotter. Once they reach the correct temperature, they will change into iron lumps. Once you get lumps, then you can use them to craft with. They can be combined into a larger lump. So that is very helpful. So we'll let that cook up. See if maybe tomorrow we can make a anvil. I also want to start working on my carpentry skills, so we can get those. If we can get those 2 skills built up, we'll be in a lot better position to do other things. I've got to get in there and do some grooming. Once the garden is ready, hits that next tick, I will try to work on it, because it has to be done. If you don't get in there and rake and tidy up your garden as it tells you to, when it tells you to, and it ticks over again, you're not going to end up with a very good crop. You won't get as many, say, pumpkins out of it as you would if you care for it each time. Skill has a lot to do with it, you know, and the quality of the food you get, but you definitely need to take care of it. If you do not collect within a certain amount of time after they become ripe, they will die, and you won't have any crops. So yeah, this is very important to take care of your garden. Okay, well, I guess that's going to do it for me today. Looks like we've got some animals up on that hill. Look down here real quick and see. I'm curious. What have I got over there? My trees are coming up. You can see them really coming up nice. What do I got over there? Don't think I want to be able to get, no, it's too far away. Looks like a sheep, maybe. I haven't spotted my first unicorn in the game yet, so I'm kind of on the lookout for that. I love the unicorns. They're so beautiful. If you reach a very, very high skill level, you can tame one of them. You can tame just about any animal in this game if you work at it, but nah, I don't do much taming. You don't have to tame a horse to ride it. You don't have to tame any animal to pull your cart. I mean, you can even take a hellhound and put them on your cart without them being tamed. They'll try to kill you every time you get close to them, but they will pull your cart. But here I am babbling on again. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a like. It really helps. Hit that thumbs up button. Oh, sun's going down. The moons are coming up. Another day closing on Wurm. But anyway, I did enjoy spending my time with you today. I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, morning, middle of the night, whatever your time zone is. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.